This is Monopoly episode number 205. VTR is December 11th, 2023, and we are going live. Let's go out here and have some fun, everybody. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1.
M-O-N-O-P-O-L-Y. M-O-N-O-P-O-L-Y. Monopoly, 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 Monopoly.
It's Monopoly. The world's most popular board game is Monopoly, the TV game. Here come the players. The player, Scott McVay. The gold player, John Lennon. And the green player, Travis Coulter. And now here comes Mr. Monopoly, Jason Meyers. And now, finally, your host, Turd Ferguson.
Yeah!
Hey, everybody, welcome back to another fantastic episode of Monopoly right here, coming to you live from Grandma Studios inside of the MVG production house. That is right. I am your host, Turd First, and we are back once again for episode number 5 of season 2. Man, we have got some good stuff going on here for you this season, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not hold it up any longer than we absolutely have to. Let's go ahead and start off here with our champion. He comes back to us with a total so far this season of $19,345. He comes to us, I believe it's from Hayes, Kansas. It's Mr. Scott McVay. Seffy.
Hello, everyone. How y'all doing tonight?
Hey, we are doing well. Good to have you back here again, Seffy. Man, you are a two-time champion looking to get number 3 tonight. You've got over $19,000, and you're currently in first place overall on the season leaderboard. Things really seem to be going your way so far.
You know, this is true, but then again, anything can happen tonight, just like every week.
This is true, and as we say, you're looking to get your 3rd win tonight. You would be our first 3-time champion of the season. Do you think you've got what it takes to do that?
Well, I would like to see if I can get that. Once again, let's find out.
Yeah, that's all we can do is find out how it's going to go. Well, we wish you the best of luck as we go over and meet our gold player. He comes to us from Madison, Indiana. First time we've seen him here in season 2. He is a longtime player, though, host of many game shows here at MVG Productions and Grandma Studios. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. John Bergman.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Glad to be here, Turd.
Hey, it's good to have you here, John. Did you happen to bring Kitty along with you tonight?
No, I put her back in the truck and told her to stay there. So I don't know if she is, but
Well, I think we all know her well enough to know that she is not in the truck and we are on borrowed time. So
yes,
yeah.
she's into a lot of things. So
this is true. So, John, as I've said before, you have a lot of game shows you put on, a lot of stuff that we don't see a lot of people doing out there in other servers. I know the big ones you've got going on now, and it's one that I definitely enjoy playing myself. It's the Big Showdown. Tell us about that.
yeah, the Big Showdown. Well, I think it's one of the most underrated quiz shows of all time. I mean, it's right up there in my opinion with Jeopardy and Split Second. And I just thought, do something different because, even though it wasn't on for a long time, there's a lot of people who are into quiz shows that remember it fondly. So I thought, why not?
Hey, I agree with you there. Do you think it's possible that we'll ever see the Big Showdown make its way to the MVG Productions channel here?
Hopefully. It all depends on who's manning the cameras and the video recording equipment. So,
well, hey, that is true as well. But John, we wish you the best of luck tonight. Welcome back to Monopoly.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. And over in our green podium, he decided that he felt lucky tonight, Punk. He comes to us out of the announcer booth and also from Salem, Oregon. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome our longtime announcer here, Travis Coulter.
Hello.
Travis, good to have you back here. I know you have been a former champion here on Monopoly yourself. You finally decided to step out of that announcer's booth and give it a go tonight. So what makes you think that you can bring that championship back home to Oregon?
Nothing too specific, but I definitely got the drive because I'm still waiting to get paid as your announcer. So I figured if nothing else, I can just be a contestant and win money that way instead.
Well, the check is in the mail. I can't promise it won't bounce. But if that's not,
There's a couple of that. Yeah. That's a third thing that's bouncing around here, right?
Well, yeah, also my wife's breast, but we're not going to talk about that right now. So Travis, we wish you the best of luck as well here. Players, we're going to go ahead and do a quick buzzer check as we get into this. So, Scott, if you'll go ahead and give me your shift 1, please. Fantastic. And actually, let me pull up the right. There we go. And then John, shift 2. Fantastic. And Travis, shift 3. All right. We know that they are all ready to play now. I know I'm ready to do this thing, so let's do it. So we are going to start here. This is the acquisition phase of our game, players, and those of you at home. So we're going to be making our way around property by property here on this version of Monopoly. I'm sure you've seen a few other versions. I know our friends over at GSE do a fantastic version as well. They use the letters just like was used in the actual show, but we like to do trivia here in the Grandma Studios version. So I'll be asking trivia questions that are worth the dollar amount you see underneath the property going around. After we have asked all the questions for that property group, if someone owns all the properties, they will then get the combined value and take over that property group, which will help them later in the game. If multiple people own the properties in that group, then we will go to a showdown round until we can get a winner. So with that being said, let's do this thing. We start on Mediterranean Avenue in our brown property group. This is a $60 property, players. Here comes your first question of the evening. Who was replaced as German Chancellor in 1998 after 16 years in power? John.
Hermit Kohl.
You are correct. Kohl is correct. Well done there, sir. 60. Let's make sure this goes in there correctly so it doesn't mess up. All right. $60 comes over to you. And now we move over to Baltic Avenue. This is another $60 property for this next question. Which television guide was 75 years old in 1998? Travis.
TV Guide.
No, I'm sorry. That's not the correct answer. John or Scott? John.
Radio Times.
Radio Times is correct. Well done, sir. That is $60 there for you. Brings you up to $120. And with that, you have attained the Monopoly. We're going to turn those properties yellow. That's combined value of $120 going in. That brings you up to $240. All right, players, we now move over into our light blue properties. We start with Oriental Avenue. $100 for this next question. Which garden flower, which is a favorite of Dame Edna Everage, is sometimes known as the sword lily? All right, time. That would be a gladiola. Gladiola. All right, so players, we're now going to cut that property down in half. It's now a $50 property, and it will stay there until we get a correct answer. Here comes your next question. Which surrealist artist created the lobster telephone owned by the Tate Gallery? And that'd be Travis.
Dolly.
Dolly is correct. Well done. Brings you up to -10. All right, we now move over to Vermont Avenue. This is another $100 property with this next question. Which American author, known for his horror stories, wrote the poem The Raven in 1845? John.
Edgar Allan Poe.
Poe is correct. All right, takes you to $340. So that's one property each for John and Travis. All right, you can still get into this, Scott. We now move over to the final light blue property, which is Connecticut Avenue. $120 for the next question. Who played the male and female leads in the film Grease? Scott.
That's John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John.
Travolta and Newton-John is correct. $120 comes over to you. All right, players, now all three of you own one of the properties, so we go into a showdown round. Whichever one of you can get two answers correct first, and they don't have to be in order, will take over the light blue property group. So here we go. Remember, there is no money at stake right now. Only thing you can do here is earn money. You cannot lose anything with an incorrect answer. So here we go with the first showdown question. In design, what does the acronym CAD stand for? Scott.
Computer aided drawing?
No, I'm sorry. That's incorrect. John or Travis?
Nope.
Not a clue. Sorry.
All right, Tom. You almost had it. Was computer aided design.
Okay.
All right, let's go ahead and try another one. Who recorded the 1980 song Like a Prayer that had its video? And that's Scott.
Madonna.
Madonna is correct. It was condemned by the Vatican. Bunch of prudes. All right. So, Scott, one more correct answer, and you will take the property group. John and Travis, you can still get back into this.
Okay.
Which surgical instrument, similar to tongs, Travis?
Forceps.
Forceps is correct.
Yeah, nice.
All right. Travis and Scott both with one correct answer. Here comes the next question. In the fairy tale Cinderella, what vegetable turns into the carriage? Scott?
A pumpkin.
A pumpkin is correct. Well done, sir. You take the light blue property group, and with that comes $320 of combined value, and that brings you up to $440. We now move over into our magenta property group as we make the turn onto 2nd Street. We start at St. Charles Place. $140 for this property, players. Here comes your question. Which American president famously said, "The ballot is stronger than the bullet"? And time, players.
Ronald Reagan.
No, it was another one that was shot, and that was Lincoln.
Oh,
Ooh.
All right, so we're going to need to cut that property now down in half, $70. Here comes the next question. In television, Elliot Ness was the federal agent at the center of which U.S. crime show? Scott.
The Untouchables.
Untouchables is correct. $70 over to you brings you up to $510. We now move over to States Avenue. $140 here for your next question. Which actress played the Marilyn Monroe role in the 7-Year Itch in the West End from October 2000? Time is up. That'll be Daryl Hannah. Daryl Hannah. All right. We're going to cut that now down, $70. Next question. In what country are Rotterdam and Eindhoven? John.
The Netherlands.
Netherlands is correct. $70
Nice.
comes over to you, brings you up to $410. We now move over to Virginia Avenue. Steffi and John both have a property. $160 for Virginia. Next question. In math, 39.37 inches are equivalent. Scott.
1 meter.
1 meter is correct. 160
Nice.
comes over to you, sir. You're up to $670. All right, so we are now ready for a showdown. Scott, you own 2 properties. John, you own 1. So you'll be the 2 in the showdown. Travis, go ahead and take you a little break here. So, John, you're going to need 2 correct answers. Scott,
Right.
you only need 1 to take the Monopoly.
Got it.
Here comes your next question. SEN and SRN were formerly initials indicating a level of training in which profession? That would be nursing. Nursing. That's okay. All right, here we go. Next question. Sony Music president Tommy Mottola was married to which vocalist? John.
Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey is correct. Well done. All right. So that's one correct for John. Scott, you need one more. John, you need one more. Let's see who's going to get it. Roughly 2 miles long, what is the name of Venice's main canal? That would be the Grand Canal.
Oh, makes sense.
Yeah, it does. All right, here we go. Next one. If a female pig is a sow, what do you call a male pig? And that's Scott.
I think that's a hog.
No, I'm sorry, not what we're looking for, John.
A female, a stud. I'm sorry.
No, unfortunately not. It's a boar. A boar.
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's try another question. Which Mediterranean country's flag shows a gold map of an island with 2 olive branches underneath? John.
Cyprus.
Cyprus is correct, John, and you have taken the Magenta Property Group. With that comes $440 of combined value. That brings you up to $850. We now move over to our Orange Property Group, and we start at St. James Place. This is a $180 property. Here comes your first question in the oranges. In pop music, what was the first name of the late American musician Zappa? Scott.
Frank.
Yeah.
Frank is correct. 180 comes over to you. You're up to 850. We now
Don't
move
eat
over
the yellow
to-
snow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Say that again.
Don't eat the yellow snow.
This is true.
Yes.
We move over to Tennessee Avenue. $180 for the next question. What is the last letter of the Greek alphabet? Travis.
Omega.
Omega is correct. There you go. Now you're up in the positive with 170. We now move over to New York Avenue. $200 for this next question. In the human body, what is the medical name for the collarbone? Travis.
The clavicle.
Clavicle is correct. $200 comes over to you, brings you to 370. All right, Travis, you own 2 of the orange properties. Scott, you own 1, so you'll be in the showdown. John, go ahead and take you a little break here. All right,
No
Scott,
problem.
2 correct answers are needed. Travis, only 1. All right, here we go. Remember, no money at stake until someone has gotten the monopoly. Here is the first showdown question. In food, what type of dish is borscht? Travis?
Super stew.
Super stew. I would have accepted either one. And well done, good sir. You have taken the Orange Property Group, coming with $560 combined dollars, bringing you up now into first place back quickly with $930. We now make the turn onto 3rd Street and over to Kentucky Avenue. This is a $220 property. Here's your first question in our red group. The Adi Granth is the holy book of which religion? That would be Sikhism.
Sikhism, yeah.
All right, we'll cut that property now down in half to $110. Here comes your next question. Which 1971 children's film featured Angela Lansbury as a student of witchcraft? John.
Bed knobs and broomsticks.
Bed knobs and broomsticks is correct. Takes you up to 960. We now move over to Indiana Avenue, the home of said John Bergman. Once again, $220 for our next question. In language, what term is used to describe a word sounding like the thing it refers to? Travis.
Onomatopoeia.
Third door to your right. Onomatopoeia is correct.
Wow.
Brings you up to 1150. We now move over to the final red property. This is Illinois Avenue. $240 here for the next question. In what game might you play with an alley and a taw? Scott.
Bowling?
No, I'm sorry. That's going to cost you $240. That's John.
Marbles.
Marbles is correct.
Nice.
Brings you up to 1200. All right.
Ow.
So with that now, let's see. We've got Travis, you have, I believe,
One.
and then John, you've got 2.
Right.
All right. So Scott, you'll be taking a break here. John, 1 correct answer. Travis, 2. So here we go with our next question. By which 3 initials is an electrocardiograph commonly known? Travis?
ECG.
ECG is correct. Well done. All right. You need 1 more. San Juan is the capital of which island? And that's Travis?
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico is correct. And Travis, you have taken the red property group. With that comes $680 of combined value, which takes you up to 1830. And see, players, things can turn on a dime. We now move over into our yellow property group, and we start with Atlantic Avenue. $260 property with this question. What style of architecture developed in England and Normandy between the 11th and 12th centuries? That'd be John.
Gothic.
No, I'm sorry. That's going to cost you $260. Scott or Travis?
Oh. I don't know.
There's the buzzer. All right, so I would have accepted either Norman or Romanesque. Norman or Romanesque. All right, players, we're going to need to now cut that down in half to $130. Get ready, because here comes your next question. In the human body, carpal bones are found where? Travis.
Fingers. Probably too specific. Fingers. Yeah.
So,
no.
yeah, unfortunately, we cannot accept that. So that's going to cost you $130, Scott or John.
What was the question?
Scott's buzzed in.
I'm going to just guess knuckles.
No, sorry, cannot accept that either. So, John, I know it sounded like you wanted it read again. So,
Yes, please.
in the human body, carpal bones are found where?
On the feet, the toes.
No, sorry, I cannot
I
accept
just
that.
realized.
On
I just
the-
realized it's a wrist.
The correct answer is the wrist.
Wrist. Oh,
Yeah.
I just realized it afterwards. Shit.
It is okay. So here we go. Let's go ahead with another $130 question for Atlantic. Which city of London landmark boasts a high dome and is 365 feet? And that's John?
St. Peter's Cathedral.
Oh, I'm sorry. I cannot take that. That costs you $130.
Yeah, I think I know.
Travis.
Yeah.
St. Paul's Cathedral.
St. Paul's Cathedral.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, John.
No, it's okay. What St. Peter, I think, is in Russia. So, okay, it's not
That
Paul.
is okay, though. So, all right, so Travis, you get that. You're up to 1830. We now move over to Ventnor Avenue. $260 here for this question. Complete the title of this 1995 film starring Sean Penn. Dead Man. Scott.
Walking.
Yeah.
Walking is correct. 260 comes to you. You're up to 740. So one for Travis, one for Scott. Let's move over to Marvin Gardens. This is a $280 property. Here is your next question. Oh, excuse me. In America, what letter is used to classify that a film is suitable for all? Travis.
G.
G is correct. $280 coming over to you. Takes you to 2,110. All right. So now we're at our showdown. So Travis, you've got 2. Scott, you have 1. John, you'll go ahead and take a break here. So again, Scott, 2 correct answers are needed. Travis, only 1. Here comes that first showdown question. In 1818, who wrote the novel Frankenstein? Scott.
Mary Shelley.
Mary Shelley is correct. All right, Scott, you need 1 more. Travis, again, you still are in need of 1. The Dutch lens grinder Hans Lippershey is credited with making the first of which type of optical instrument? Travis.
Monocle.
No, I'm sorry. Scott, you want a shot at it? Go
I'll
ahead.
try. Magnifying glass.
No, although you're
Is it
not too
bifocal?
far. No, it's actually the telescope.
Oh.
Yeah, the telescope. All right, players, let's try another one. With which ancient empire is the toga most associated? Scott.
Roman Empire.
The Roman Empire is correct, and not the one run by Roman Reigns either. Well done, Scott. You have taken the yellow property group. With that comes $800 of combined value, which brings you up to $1,540. We now make the turn onto 4th Street. We start here with a very specific avenue. It is Pacific Avenue. $300 for this property and this question. How many Indiana Jones movies directed by Steven Spielberg have there been? Scott.
5.
5 is correct. Well done. What was that?
Nothing.
Okay. Okay. So $300.
That was the sound of regret.
Oh, okay. All right. Takes you up to 1840. Now we move over to North Carolina Avenue, the home of our fearless leader, Mr. Brandon Scruggs. $300 for this next question. In sport, on what would you find a doubles ring and a trebles ring? Scott.
Dartboard.
Dartboard is correct.
Wow.
Another $300 comes to you and puts you now in the lead at 2140, and you have 2 properties. We now move over to the home of the president, Pennsylvania Avenue. $320 for this question. Let's see. In physics, what V, as in victory, is another word for capacity? Travis.
Vector.
No, I'm sorry. It's going to cost you $320.
Yeah.
Scott.
Volume.
Volume is correct. $320 comes over to you. And with that, you have already taken all 3 properties in green, which gives you their combined value of $920, which brings you up to $3,380. We now move over to our final property group here in the acquisition phase. It's our dark blues, and we start with Park Place. This is a $350 property with this question. In the animal kingdom, what type of animal is a dugong? Travis.
Seal.
So I need you to be a little less specific.
Manatee. I don't.
So I tell you what, here's what I'm going to do. I think I'm not giving you enough information on that one, so I'm going to go ahead and throw that question out. So what I was looking for, I said less specific. Say thank you very much. That is a marine animal. Marine.
Oh.
But we'll
Just
throw that
marine.
one out. All right. So here we go. Still $350. The Celine Dion song, My Heart Will Go On, comes from which movie? That's Scott.
Titanic.
Just like that last question, this one's sinking. The Titanic is correct. 350 comes over to you. It's 3730. And finally, we're at our last property, and it is Boardwalk. $400 for this question. In ancient history, the gods Horus, Apis, and Thor, and that's John.
The Norse mythology or Vikings.
No, I'm sorry, that's not correct. That's going to cost you $400. I'll finish the question, or maybe I won't. Scott,
Very Egyptian.
they are Egyptian. That's what we were looking for. $400 comes over to you, and you already have the combined value as you have both properties, $750, which brings you up to $4,880. And we are at the end of the acquisition phase, so let's go ahead and take a look at where we stand currently. In third place with two property groups, we've got John Bergman with $280. Travis Coulter comes in at second right now with two property groups and $1,790. And in first is our current champion, Scott McVay. He holds four properties and $4,880. We're going to go ahead and take a commercial break here. And when we come back, we are going to be playing our 15-minute big money round where we find out who's going to wind up going on to have their trip once around the block for $50,000 in cash right here on your favorite game show. Seffi can hold on to that championship. Welcome back once again here to Monopoly. As you can see, players, we have had a lot of houses and hotels built, or as Travis Coulter like to say, he wanted lots of hoes. So let's go ahead and take a quick look and see where we stand. We've got John Bergman in third place with $30. We've got Travis Coulter in second with $290, and Scott still in first right now with $2,130. But it is that time once again, everybody. He is not sorry that he is Mr. Monopoly, so please welcome back to the stage, Jason Meyers.
Yeah!
Thank you. Thank you. I love it.
Jason, as always, it is an absolute pleasure to have you here with me as Mr. Monopoly. You're doing a fantastic job this season. Are you having a good time doing it?
I am, but I think the players are starting to hate me, especially when two certain numbers pop up. Hopefully they don't pop up as much tonight, though.
The number 6 and 9, no.
Oh, God.
Shut up,
And
Mark.
8. And 8.
We're not going to have that.
Right.
Oh, Lord. Okay, that was our resident pervert, Mark Leota.
Yeah. And who says Canadians are not freaky?
Well, let me just tell you, Kitty Bergman is the one that taught him about poutine, but we're not going to talk about that.
Oh, that is so true. I remember this time with Pierre Trudeau.
We ain't got time for that, Grandma.
Well, all right, so let's go ahead and look here. This is our 15-minute big money round, and here is how it works, players. We are going to be making multiple trips around the board as we make our way around. If we land on one of your properties, then there's going to be a trivia question coming your way, and you'll have a chance to earn some rent money off of that. If you get the question wrong, however, no worries, you don't lose it, but it will become a toss-up question for the other two players. If they choose to buzz in, they can take that rent away, but if they miss it, then they are going to lose that money, but it will not be money that comes over to you. Of course, we've got special spaces like the community chest and the chance that like to drive me flipping crazy. And also, we've got those railroads that are sitting out there ready for hostile takeovers, which can change this game in a flash. Although so far this season, those hostile takeovers have been running roughshod all over our players. But we'll see what happens here this evening. So, Jason, you have got the dice. Are you ready to do this thing?
I'm ready to do something.
Well, we won't talk about that either. But, all right.
Right.
So, we've got 15 minutes on the clock. Let's play our big money round. We will start that time as soon as you roll the dice the first time.
And that's a 4 and a 2 for a 6.
All right, so time has started. Here we go, and we are over to Oriental Avenue.
And for Scott, that means $550 if you could guess this question right. Good luck.
All right, Scott. In America, MA, that's Michael Apple, is the abbreviation for which state?
That is Massachusetts.
And Massachusetts is correct. $550. They're coming over to you once I get rid of that video. All right, that takes you to 2680. All right, Mr. Monopoly, next roll, please.
1 and a 6 for a 7.
And that takes us over to States Avenue.
And a chance for John Bergman to add some money to his diminishing total. There's $300 on the line.
Ooh.
All right, John, $300 here. So, which of these airports is furthest from London by plane? Is it Dublin or Shannon?
Shannon.
Shannon is correct. Well done, sir. $300 comes over to you. Takes you up to $330. All right, Mr. Monopoly, hit it.
1 and a 3 for a 4.
And there it
Here
is.
we go.
Community chest. All right, so here we go. We take a look. Our first community chess card of this evening says interest rate hike. Red player, you must pay 10% of your score.
Oof.
So that is going to take away, you've got $2,680. That's going to take $268 away from you. Interesting
Wow.
number.
It is.
Bye-bye. You're down to 2412. Mr. Monopoly, hit us again.
4 again, 1 and a 3.
And that takes us to Kentucky Avenue.
And a chance for Travis to answer a question with $1,050 on the line.
All right, big one here for you, Travis. In which 1984 film was the line, "I'll be back," delivered by Arnold Schwarzenegger?
The Terminator.
The Terminator is correct. 1,050 come to you, takes you to 1340. All right, Mr. Monopoly, we're going well so far. Hit him again.
1 and a 5 for a 6.
Dang.
And that takes us to Ventnor Avenue.
And a chance for Sefri to get some more money back. This time, $11.50 on the line.
All right, here we go. Here comes your question. What name is given to the U.S. President's office in the White House because of its shape?
The Oval Office.
All right, some people said in Clinton's days the Oral Office, but yes, Oral
Yeah.
Office is the correct answer. 1150 comes to you, takes you to 3562. Let's have another roll.
3 and a 4 for a 7.
Uh-oh.
And that takes us to Pennsylvania Avenue.
All right,
Which is
Scott, another chance to pull even further ahead. This time, there's $1,400 at stake.
All right, here we go. Here is your question. Is it true or false that the Supersaurus and the Ultrasaurus were among the world's largest dinosaurs?
It sounds like it, but I would just say false.
No, I'm sorry, that's not correct. So, Travis?
Would that be true?
It would be true. Good job. $2,440.
Damn it.
That's a motion.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Oh, that one gets rolled over again. 5 and a 1 for a 6.
And we have hit Monopoly. Tell them about it.
Well, you land on Monopoly. Well, you land on Go. So that's $200 for landing on Go.
Oh my God.
Man, we're landing on Monopoly and playing Go.
Okay.
That's right.
We're missing about 7 people.
This
Anyway,
is true.
5 and a 4 for a 9.
That's going to take us over to Connecticut Avenue.
And a chance for Scott to pull even further ahead. 600 on the line this time.
Scott, which annual international competition has been won by ABBA, Bucks Fizz, and Lulu?
Oh gosh, that's something. I know it's a European one. Oh gosh, I can't remember the name of it.
Travis?
The Eurovision Song Contest?
Eurovision Song Contest is correct. $600 comes from you. You're at 3540. Boy, we got a contest here, Mr. Monopoly rolling.
1 and 4 for a 5.
All right, we're over to Virginia Avenue.
And a chance for John to get in the game with one house on the property. $180 for this question.
All right, John. Ankara is the capital city of which country?
Turkey.
Turkey.
Gobble, gobble. Turkey.
Yeah.
To 7 p.m. Man, this is going well so far. Hit him again.
Big one. 6 and a 5 for an 11.
Oh.
And that's the railroad.
Here we go. Where's the bell at? My kingdom for a bell. Where is it? All aboard! Everybody on board for the hostile takeover. One question answered correctly could earn you a chance to take over somebody's property. Good luck.
That player's hands on buzzers. In the United States, which government organization has the initials DEA? Scott.
Drug Enforcement Agency.
Drug Enforcement Agency is correct. All right, Scott, so where would you like to attack?
All right. Let's go for the orange properties.
You said orange?
Orange properties, yes.
All right, so we go back. We start with St. James Place. Do remember here, you need to get all 3 questions correct to be able to steal the property group. If you do not do it, then you will lose the amount that property is worth, and it will be paid to its owner, which is Travis. So here we go. Your first question. What T as in Thomas is a type of dog whose name is derived from the Latin word for ground?
Terrier.
Terrier is correct. Now move over to Tennessee Avenue. Next question. Which comedy duo's appreciation society is called Sons of the Desert from the title of one of their early films?
Let's see. Bob Hope and Bing Crosby.
No, I'm sorry. It's Laurel and Hardy. Laurel and Hardy. Unfortunately, that's going to cost you $950. And that $950 is going to go over to Travis, giving him now a substantial lead. Our next roll, Mr. Monopoly, and we're down to 6 minutes and 45 seconds.
1 and a 6 for a 7.
And that's the B&O Railroad again.
Here we go again.
There we go again.
Oh boy, another hostile takeover. 1 question right. That's all it takes.
All right, players. In the human body, is the epidermis beneath or above the dermis? Travis?
Above.
No, I'm sorry. Is it beneath? And that's John.
Is it beneath?
It is beneath. And that was asking, is it above or beneath the dermis? So, John, you got correct. John, which property group would you like to attack?
I'm going to go for Park Place and Boardwalk.
All right, let's get you around there. All right, so we start at Park Place. Do remember, John, again, you are running a risk here. You need 2 correct answers to be able to take this away from Seffi. Here comes your first question.
Okay.
In food, which R is a dish originating from France, primarily made for aubergines and green peppers in a tomato sauce?
And it starts with the letter R as in Robert.
Yes.
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille is correct. One more correct answer, and you have the property group. Your next question. Let's get you a reasonable one. All right. With which sport would you primarily associate the promoter Don King?
Boxing.
Boxing is correct, and you have stolen property group. We turn it yellow, and with it comes the $750 of combined value, taking you up to $1,460. Mr. Monopoly hits again. 4.5 minutes left in the round.
Doubles. 2, 2, 4, 4.
All right, we did pass go there, so we're going to give everybody $200 each, and we're on Baltic Avenue.
John needs some more money to try to add to your total. Only $30 though. Better than nothing.
Yeah,
That's true.
That is absolutely better than nothing. Here we go. In the human body, what S, as in Sam, is the uncontrolled contraction of a muscle or group of muscles?
Spasm.
Spasm is correct. $30 comes to you. It's money. $16.90 is where you fall. All right, another roll there, Mr. Monopoly.
4, 3, 4, 7.
And we are just passing go, so let's have another roll for him.
Ain't nobody there. Doubles. It's a 2.
Ooh.
And that's the electric company. Tell them about it, Mr. Monopoly.
Well, Turd's about to ask you a question. The value of this question is worth $200 for that 2 that I just rolled. Good luck.
All right, players. A museum dedicated to which fabled local resident can be found at the Drumnadrocht in the Scottish Highlands. Scott.
Loch Ness Monster.
Oh, Nessie it is. $200 comes over to you. And I hope you guys appreciate the pronunciation because I'm sure I cracked all over it. All right,
2 and a 5 for a 7.
and that takes us to New York Avenue.
And Travis, here's a chance for you to add some more money to your lead. $1,000 on the line.
All right, Travis. In herbal medicine, which wort is said to be a cure for depression?
Repeat that one more time.
Sure. In herbal medicine, which wort is said to be a cure for depression?
Stalwart.
No, I'm sorry. Toss that for Scott or John.
I have no idea.
That would be St. John's wort.
Shoot, I was about ready to say that.
It was that easy. All right. Another roll under 2 minutes remaining.
2 and a 1 for a 3.
Ooh.
Chancing.
All right, we are on a chance. Let's see what we've got here. And it says advance to New York Avenue. So we're just going to back that ass up. But we will be giving all the players go money. Or as my mother likes to call it, go pass. So we're back to New York Avenue.
St. John's wort.
Yeah.
Well, this is where Mr. Monopoly would normally say, Travis, this is your property and it's $1,000
Yeah.
hotel.
I'll be fine when this episode's over. Travis, here's another chance for $1,000.
All right, here's your question. In geography, the Namib Desert is in which continent?
I'm going to go with Africa.
And you went with the right one. $1,000 coming your way. 58.90. Another roll, please.
4 and a 3 for a 7.
And that is Atlantic Avenue.
All right, Scott, a chance to try to catch Travis with this question. 1150 on the line for you.
All right. The American Earl Tupper is credited with inventing which method of storage?
Tupperware.
The Tupperware is correct.
Wow.
45.62. Next roll, please.
2 and a 6 for an 8.
All right, we are to Pennsylvania Avenue.
And another chance for Seffi to try to catch Travis and possibly overtake him with $1,400.
All right, and the timer has went off, but because we had already rolled the dice, we will complete this question all the way through the end. So here we go, Seffi. Your question. In history, Klaus von Stauffenberg led a plot to assassinate which German in 1944?
Hitler.
Hitler is correct. $1,400 comes over to you. And that brings us to the end of our big money round. Let's take a look at where we stand. Right now, we've got John Bergman in third place at $1,890. In second, very close second, we've got Travis Coulter at $5,890. And in first is Scott McVay with $5,962. Well, we are going to take our final commercial break of the evening. And when we come back, we're going to have sold back all of the upgrades players made to their properties that they still currently own. And we're going to find out who's going to make it on to go once around the block for $50,000 in cash right here on Monopoly. Monopoly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here, and it is time to find out who is winning this game today. So let's start with our third place player coming out of the big money round, Mr. John Bergman. He had $1,890. Was very lucky there and was able to take over a property group. So once we sell back all of his upgrades, he is able to net an additional $1,000 added on to his score, which means he finishes off today with $2,890. Next, we move over to our second place player, Mr. Travis Coulter. He had $5,890. Very close race there. He is able to net $1,500 by selling back his property upgrades, which is going to finish him up today with $7,390. And finally, we make our way over to Mr. Scott McVay. He was in first with $5,962. We sell back all of his upgrades, which nets him $2,250, and that finishes him up today with $8,212.
Congratulations.
That was a very close game, guys. Very good job.
That's a good game.
That right there is what Monopoly is all about. 3 fantastic players playing, and it goes all the way to the end. We'll be right back with you, champ. But first, we'll start with our third place player today, Mr. John Bergman. John, you came in here, you started strong, taking that first property group, and then even got the third property group. But then from there, things kind of slid off. And it made it really hard for you to be able to make any major upgrades, so that when you landed on stuff, you could really add on money. How did you feel about your gameplay today?
I didn't like it. No, I'm just kidding. No, all joking aside, but listen, when you go against 2 people like Scott and Travis, but who are trivia masters, but you gotta bring your A game into it, and I just wasn't quick enough. But but it doesn't matter, Scott. Man, congratulations! It was a good game between all of us.
Well, hey, they are trivia masters and masters of baiting as well. They're very good fishermen.
Yes.
But yeah, John, hey, still nothing to shake a stick at there. $2,890 going into your season total, and
Thank
we
you.
definitely hope that you'll come back and play with us again during season 2.
All right, absolutely. But I will do my best. Thank you very much. So,
well, fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure that you give it up for John Bergman, and make sure you keep a lookout for a lot of his games as we come to MVG live stream Saturday. Next, we make our way over to our second place player this evening. Man, it was so close, and it literally came down to that last question is what decided it. Travis Coulter, $7,390 there. Man, I know that one has got to sting just a little bit because it looked like the game was in hand, and that last roll just happened to hit at the right time. And Scott getting it is what determined the final outcome. Tell us where are you feeling? How are you feeling? Who are you feeling right now?
I feel like I had my hands on the prize, and it was like a famous moment. You're about to win, and then someone comes right behind you and then sneaks right past the fan blade and still crosses the finish line.
Well, I definitely believe in sports terminology, that's what they call the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. So,
yeah.
But I have to say, you played a fantastic game. Again, kind of the opposite of John. Things didn't start off real well for you, but then you kind of picked up in the middle. Then it died off again for you. But just the right kind of placements, hit some good money there in the big money round. You were able to stick right into it to the end. Again, $7,390. That's going to go into your season total. So, are you happy that you get to go back in the booth? Are you wishing that you could have continued on as champ?
I mean, you come to play, you definitely hope you can stay more than one. But Seppi is definitely a great player. So, I'm going to be tossing a couple scenarios, but at the end of the day, he was the better player and he deserves the win. And I will be glad to be back in that booth.
Well, hey,
All right.
we're always glad to have you there as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Travis Coulter, give it up for him. He's a great announcer and a great player, and we definitely look forward to having him back again later on in season 2. But that now means we come over to the champ himself, Mr. Scott McVay. Got $8,212. You won this. We just did a little bit of quick math there. $822 is the difference in that game.
I know.
It's got to be sweating bullets or
I was
semen
indeed.
or something right now.
Well, let's just say it was those last two questions that finally got me back into the hunt. And when I got that last question right, I'm thinking, oh, thank God, that got me over just past the finish line. There we go. But I will admit, Travis is a damn good player. He got me a few times though, and I give all the credit in the world to him. John is also just as great of a guy here. You know, great at his trivia as well. There, I tip my hat to both of those gentlemen.
Tipping your hat and giving your hand, I think that means a couple of different things, but we're not going to talk about that right now. So, but hey, yes, you got you another championship right there. But you know what else you got? You've got another chance to win a lot of extra bonus cash. So if you're ready, let's go ahead and do this. Let's go once around the block. Scott, it is that time, all of our favorite time here. Time for you to go once around the block. So we are going to start off here as we are getting set up. Of course, you're going to be trying to make your way all around the board to see if you can make it to go or past it to win up to as much as $50,000. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. But we've got to make things a little tougher for you along the way. So we're going to require you to put 4 additional go-to-jail spaces on the board in addition to the one that's already there. So we'll put 1 on 2nd Street, 1 on 3rd Street, and 2 on 4th Street. So on 2nd Street, where would you like to place that go-to-jail space?
I've been thinking about this one here, and I would like to do the Pennsylvania Railroad.
All right, Pennsylvania Railroad. We need 1 on 3rd Street.
And let's do the next railroad, B&O.
All right, B&O, which we have hit a couple of times tonight, so that's a risky move. And we're going to need 2 for 4th Street.
And you might think this is crazy, but short line and luxury tax.
Short line and luxury tax. Those are not quite as crazy. Well, let's hope you're not trying to do any hostile takeovers here. So, with that, let's get into this game here. So we have given you 5 rolls. Our friend Mr. Monopoly over there, he is going to fire up the rock and roller and get things ready for you. Whenever you're ready, you'll tell him to stop. For every space that you make it around the board, that's going to be $100 that we're going to put into that center bank for you. You can walk away at any time, or you can continue to push it to see how you do. Anytime you roll doubles, we will give you an additional roll. If you can make it past go in those rolls that we have given you, we'll give you $25,000. But if you can be the first person that has ever done it, and you can land exactly on go, then you'll double it, and you'll walk out of here with an additional $50,000. So, Scott, are you ready to play?
I'm ready, sir.
All right, the audience is fired up, so let's do this thing. Here we go. Tell Jason when to stop that rock and roller.
Okay, Jason, let's go for some good numbers. Let's get some doubles, and now.
4 and a 6 for a 10.
All right, nice number to start off there, 10. That's going to get you over to just visiting. We're going to give you $1,000 right there, and we are down to 4 rolls. Right now, your only bad roll is a 5. Would you like to continue on, or you want to take that 1,000 and get out of here?
I am actually going to keep going. I have a good feeling that no 5s are going to come up.
All right,
and ready, Jason?
That rock and roll is still going. Tell him when to stop.
All right, Jason, let's do it now.
6 and a 3 for a 9.
Yes.
All right, you definitely have passed that first one. $900 out of into the middle. You're up to $1,900. things are looking pretty swell for you so far. Your bad rolls here now are let's see, 1, 2, 3, a 6 and an 11 are your two bad rolls. You could walk out of here with $1,900 right now, or you can risk it and continue on. What would you like to do?
Oh, I have a good feeling about this, though. You know what? Sure, I might have two bad rolls, but you know what? There's still 9 good rolls. Let's play for it. Let's go for it.
Let's do it. So the rock and roller is going. Tell him when to stop it.
All right, Jason. Let's make this a good one, and hopefully doubles now.
Doubles, it's a 4.
Good.
Right, doubles for a 4. So that takes you over to Indiana Avenue. Another $400 in the middle takes it to $2,300. All right, so things are starting to get a little stickier now. You still do have 3 rolls remaining. Your bad rolls coming up here are a 2, a 7, and a 12. 2, 7, 12. So 3 bad rolls there. $2,300 is what I'll offer you if you want to walk away.
Oh, gosh. I'm more than halfway there. I still have a chance. Even though 7s are coming, I'm still going to go for it.
All right, he's going for it. All right, that rock and roller is going. Tell him when to stop it.
Okay, no 2s, no 7s, no 12s, and now.
4 and a 3 for a 7.
Damn.
I'm so sorry. Once again, the jail has taken it out. I'm so sorry, Seffi. So unfortunately, not going to walk out of here with any bonus money, man. That's got to sting.
Well, I've already done this 3 times, and I've failed 3 times, but who knows? We'll see what happens next week.
Hey, the good news is you do get to keep your winnings today, which was $8,212. And we're going to throw that into the scoreboard here real quick. So there you are, 8212. That means now for the season, your total is up to $27,557. You are looking good so far. That's a lot of cash.
It is indeed there, Mr. Ferguson. It is.
Well, hey, we look forward to having you back here again next week on Monday night as you go for your 4th win in a row. So congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you give it up there for Mr. Scott McVay. We'll see him back here again next week. Well, Jason, we have come to the end of another episode of Monopoly. As always, give me your breakdown and your final thought.
I dread anybody that makes it to this bonus round because Go to Jail has claimed every single person that has made it here this season. It doesn't matter where you put it, somebody is unfortunately ends up landing on it. Even if it's the one that's permanently there. Can we just get rid of the Go to Jails next season?
Well, I don't know about that, but I can tell you this. The Officer Bar Brady here that's been sending everybody to jail, it is making Fluffy and Lucy look like just the sweetest of companions. I can tell you that much.
Exactly.
This is one stingy little police officer, but ladies and gentlemen, we really hope that you are enjoying this season here in Monopoly. You're getting to see this thing from beginning to end. Of course, we are going to chug this thing all the way out for 25 episodes here in the regular season. We'll get into the tournament and be ready because we will go back for that championship game again into VR land with our friends over there, and we will finish it up strong on the VR Monopoly set. But we're only 5 episodes into the season. Again, make sure that you like this video. Leave us some comments. That's what you're thinking about the season so far. Yes, we know that a lot of you have been asking about the match between Travis and Elliott for the championship of Grand Slam. That game will be coming up in just the next couple of days. You should see it in no more than a week from now, probably just within the next few days. That'll be coming up on the channel, so be prepared for that. Make sure that you subscribe, ring that bell for notifications, because you'll see us back again Thursday night as always, ready to come back here. Jason Meyers and myself will be bringing you the next episode 13 of Sorry the Game Show. But for now, that's all we've got time for here with Monopoly. He was Jason Meyers. I am Turd Ferguson, and you sure as hell aren't. We'll see you here next time for another fantastic episode of Monopoly out here at MVG Grandma Studios. Come on, take care. Good night, everybody.
Yeah.